Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam.
wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam.
Let's start our session by reciting Ulmu Kitab Al-Fatihah.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, before we proceed with the next chapter, I would like to remind you to register your group in iTa'lim. I have created the group section. Okay, let me show the screens. Right, so you have this section, right? I've created the group project and case study section. So please register your member here. Right, so some are here, some still not here. So please go to the section that belong to you and register by today. Right, I post since Monday, right? And I also have informed you regarding this earlier. At the beginning of semester, you're going to have your case study. Okay, so the case study will be handled by tutor. The final project will be handled by me. Okay, do you have any question on the group? How to form the group? Or do you have any problem on that? You can type or you can just open your mic because we do not have so many people here.
So far, no question.
No question, and you do not have any problem with the group, right? How to form the group? Yes, for the project, you should stick with your section only, right? Because once we key in the mark, it will be based on the section, right? So it will be very difficult for separate the carry mark within other section. So please stick in your group project section. Okay, some asking, should we stick within the section? Okay, that's all. Right, no question, so we can proceed. Okay, for this week, we're going to cover the next chapter, right? Which is chapter, sorry, where's the slide? Chapter number 7, right? Chapter number 7. You can see this, right? On scripting element, as I mentioned in previous chapter, we're going to cover in depth on the scripting element for the chapter number 7. Okay, and for the mid session, I will focus on the theoretical part, right? And for the practical part, I will make a short video on demo, and I believe the tutor also guide you how to make a demo as well. And you can practice by complete your class activities. That is how we complete the class activities and how you can practice. Okay, because to show you here is quite difficult because we are recording, I have opened a lot of apps, right? Okay, so it's better to focus one by one. Okay, you have a question on that? Or any suggestion on that? So we meet once a week and we record this. You can listen to it later on. I also will make a short video on how to make a demo on each chapter. And I believe tutor also guide you how to do some demo and do some practical thing on each individual chapter. Okay, before I forget, please do not forget that you're going to have your quiz on Friday, right? I have post in iTa'lim as well. Right? Okay. And one more thing before I forget, right? A lot of things need to remind you. I also have post the ebook section, right? In, for example, you see this ebook for this chapter. If you want to read more about the JSP in detail, you can read this ebook. And same goes to chapter number 7, right? This also ebook. And the following chapter I also will upload later on. Okay, any question? No, right? No, okay. Okay, so we can proceed. Okay, so for the following chapter, chapter 7, 8, 9, we're going to cover in detail for JSP, what JSP can do, right? So at this previous chapter, what we covered is what's JSP? When you compare to servlet, let's recall what we have covered last week. Anyone can answer? Why JSP? What's the benefit of JSP? Or what is a JSP? Anyone can just give a short answer? Just to recall back what is basically JSP that we have covered last week. Easy to compile. Yes, JSP does not need to compile. You just need to write a code, put into the folder, and if you run, you have tested that, right? On the class activities, just make your resume. Okay, any others answer? Servlet is more secure. Yes, compared to the servlet more secure because if the question asks you because, for example, you're going to have a quiz, it might have this kind of question. So why servlet is much more secure than JSP? So you can answer based on your understanding. You need to compile and we get the dot class is binary file, is unable to open, right? And so far and so forth. Okay, good. You can type more portable. Yeah, JSP more portable, easy to compile, servlet more secure. Okay, good. You get some answer here. Okay, you can see some answer here. I hope the recording is going well. Okay. Okay, what we're going to cover in this chapter. Okay. Okay, so for the full slide, you can download from the iTalent. So this is a short definition. So if I covered the full slide, it will not able to cover within 30 minutes. So I make it short. What you have to know, what you should know, what this. Okay, static versus dynamic. First one, how to invoke. You know the invoke, right? Call. So you have covered the object-oriented programming before. We write a function and we call the function, right? So similar to servlet, right? We have like Java, we have method and we call. So we invoke. And what we're going to cover in detail is JSP expression, how to make JSP expression, right? And how to write the scriptlet, right? And then JSP declaration, how to make JSP declaration. Okay. Okay. Dynamic versus static. Okay. What's static? You have covered in your web tag, right? Static. So the web that does showing the information, right? You're not able to get the interaction with the user. Okay, for the dynamic, yes, dynamic such as we have, for example, JSP servlet, right? We can receive the user information, proceed the user information, and respond to user requests, for example. Right? So it's as simple as that. Okay, so in order to make JSP more dynamic, that's why we need scriptlet. We need JSP expression. We need JSP declaration. Right? It's similar to HTML, right? That you need to embed, right? You need to embed CSS to make it better look. You need to embed the JavaScript, right? To make it more function, right? And fancy, right? So similar to that, right? How we embed the Java code inside the JSP. So this concept we call scriptlet, expression, and declaration. So this is the three main things that we're going to cover in this chapter. For the scriptlet, you just need to open, right? And this symbol, and close with this symbol. For the expression, you need to have equal, right? Expression, for example, like you have x equal to this, x equal to 1, right? Any expression that you need to make. Like for declaration, you can declare this is equal to this, right? How you declare. For example, in any variable before we need to use, we need to declare, right? Okay, any question on that? Okay, I need to minimize because my screen is very small. Okay, any question on that? Very simple, right? Static versus dynamic. Okay, no question. So you can proceed. So that is simple enough. So invoking Java code from JSP page. So how we call the Java code from JSP page, right? For example, as I mentioned earlier in HTML, right? How to call the CSS file. You can embed inside, or you can make and file at the different file, then you call, right? Similar to JSP, right? The first one is call Java code directly. So all Java code are placed inside JSP page. So we just put this one we call embed inline, right? So we put all Java code in JSP directly, right? Only appropriate for a very small amount of code. So you have a small system, right? It's good enough to use this concept. But if you have a lot of function, a lot of codes, right? So it's better to separate. Then it's easy for you to debug later on, to find. Okay. Second one, call Java code indirectly, right? Okay, indirectly, you make utility class are developed separately. So the class we make separately, separate file. So we insert Java code need to invoke utility class inside the JSP. So for example, we make a different class, different method in different file, then we call, right? Then we call that method or that class to be used in JSP. Okay. Next, use bean. Yeah, bean we will cover in detail in chapter number 6. Right, we will not cover in detail for bean. We will focus on the expression, on declaration, on scriptlet for this chapter. Okay, for bean, utility class structure as bean, how to create a bean, we cover in chapter number 10, for example. We normally JSP use bean. This is the keyword. Okay, no worry about this. Right. Okay, any question? Any question? Any question? You can type. If you have any question, you can type in the message. Right? Regarding the previous slide. Okay. Any question? No? No question? Okay. No question, we proceed. Next, we can invoke Java code by using MVC. Right? MVC we're going to cover in chapter number 12. MVC normally the framework or the architecture that we're going to use for your project. Right? How to combine servlet, how to combine JSP to work together. That we call MVC. Okay. Okay. Use JSP expression language, also chapter number 12. No worry about that. But just put in mind, in your final project, you're going to combine servlet, B, and JSP to work together. So in order to do that, you need MVC, right? For your case study, you can focus on servlet, right? Okay. Any question? Right? Okay. Any question? So we're going into detail for the JSP scriptlet, which is JSP expression, JSP scriptlet, and JSP declaration. Right? This is the main key thing for this chapter that you need to know. Okay. The first, this is the text for the expression, right? You need to have this sign. Okay. Evaluate and insert into servlet output. Okay. Again, for the scriptlet, right? Scriptlet. This is the type. Insert into servlet JSP service method. Okay. We see some example after this. Okay. And declaration, right? Field or method you declare inside this, right? Insert into the body of the servlet. Okay. We will cover one by one. Okay, next. So you see some example here. Okay. What's the purpose of JSP expression? Right. Used to insert value directly into the output. Right. So this is the purpose of the JSP expression. For example, you want to insert the current term, right? Current term equal to new Java util date. Then you will get the current term. Okay. Okay. There are some predefined variable for expression that you can use. Okay. For example, request. Right? You use request before. We use respond, and we will cover later on for the session. And you use session. For example, this code. Okay, for example, this code you have JSP test 1. It's this one that's just to display welcome to JSP. This one you need to display the current time. Okay, equal to util.date. Right, as simple as that. Okay, any question on the expression? Expression is similar to how you make expression. You can make any calculation based on that. This equal to this to display this. Okay. Any question? Any question? Are you with me? Alright, are you with me? Yes.
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay. So you have any question? Any question? Okay, no question. Okay, no question. So as simple as that. So again, this chapter, the main idea is to extend the use of JSP. What JSP can do more. Right? For this chapter, we cover how to make expression, how to write scriptlet, and how to do some declaration. Right? This is the main thing. Okay. Scriptlet. Right? If you need something more complex, then you need to use this scriptlet. Right? If you have more complex tasks to do, right? Okay, then just to simple output the value as did previously, then you need to use scriptlet. Okay, output can be mixed between scriptlet and expression. So inside this, you can mix between scriptlet and expression. Put inside the scriptlet. For example, use scriptlet, it can be the expression as well, right? To be used. Okay. Okay, for the scriptlet, there are some condition, right? Conditional text, right, to be used. Okay, for example, you have pure scriptlet, right? You have string query data equal to request dot get, right? Output attach. Okay, this one query data, then you get data. Okay, how to mix, right? This mix scriptlet and expression. Okay, in this type, you use the expression. You see the expression here. And in this tag, you use the scriptlet. Okay, this is the scriptlet, and this is the expression. Okay, this is how to mix, right? Okay, so in order to identify this is expression, so the symbol should be here, right? Okay, the symbol should be here, right after the text of the scriptlet. Okay, we see we have any question? Okay, you can ask any question, you can. Where we should put the scriptlet? Where you put the scriptlet inside the JSP? Right? For example, you have JSP file, you open this tab, close this tab, right? Then this will be your scriptlet. Okay? To make expression, you put this tag on the top. Okay, where to put? It depends on when you need to use. Right? So, for example, the code is running line by line, code by code, right? So you need to put at the code that where you need to generate, right? At where you need to generate, not at the top or not at the bottom, right on the where you need to execute something, right? Based on that. Okay, it might different from JavaScript, right? some you need to put on the header, right? Right, I understand that. Okay, it depends. Any other question? Good question. You can ask. You can type the question here. Any other question? Any other question? I hope my Google Drive will not full because of this recording. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Any other question on this? Right? No, okay. No, good.
No question.
No question. Okay, good. So for some example, I will make another short video how to put, where to put the simple demo. Yes.
Maybe can you give some example of the code so we know where we need to put the scriptlet.
Yes. That I plan to make a short video on showing that. This one just to make you understand the overview of the scriptlet, expression, and declaration. Right. So it's good to understand the overview, the conceptual, then we go to the practical part. Okay, I have some here, some examples. This one for the declaration. Okay, next. For example, you need to define the method or you need to define the field. Okay, for example, method, you know the method, right? Method of function. Okay, method inserted into main body of the servlet, right? Use in conjunction with the JSP expression and scriptlet, right? So method you can declare anywhere in the JSP, right? It will work when you call, right? Similar to OOP, right? You can put anywhere, right? But when you call, when you invoke, right, that the method will be worked. Okay, for example, this one, this is your JSP file, right? JSP file, and you need to use A after this. For example, you need to print out A. So you need to declare A equal to 10. Right? And you open the tag and you have this symbol. This symbol means declaration. Right? The symbol means the JSP know, okay, this is declaration. He will not do anything, just to declare. Integer A equal to 10. Then this one we call scriptlet. So you do not have any equal symbol or you do not have this symbol. This one, the scriptlet to display. Right? Out.println value of A is plus A. Right? Plus A plus 1. So it will be 11. Right? So this is some short example. Right? Inshallah we make a little bit more complicated. I cannot find the code in my slide. Yeah, this is the new slide. I make a new slide. I will upload later on this new slide to make you more understand on this. Okay, no worry. Right, because we are worrying about how you cover, how you can understand. So that's why the slide we need to keep reviewing and adding something, right? Or cutting something that complicated for you to understand. Like, because we are in virtual world, right? It's not face to face. It might quite difficult, right, to learn. But inshallah, so far so good. Any other question on this? Very simple, right? Where to put? You can put at where you need to use, right? It depends. When you need to use A, then you need to declare first, right? If you put the scriptlet before the declaration, this code will be error, right? It's simple as that, because you does not need you did not declare A first, then you need to print A, right? I think that is the basic of the programming, right? Okay, that everyone should know that, right? Okay, any other question? Any other question? Very short. Okay, we have some question here. Why we need to use scriptlet in JSP if we can use at Java? It does not mean that. Why we need to use JSP scriptlet in JSP if we can use Java? I do not get your question. Mean JavaScript? Yes, JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript is just to make your page more fancy, right? But to link in the future, you might need to link your JSP with your servlet. That's why you need scriptlet, which JavaScript cannot do that. Right? That's why you need to know the basic of JSP, what it can do. In the future, you have to link your servlet with JSP and your servlet or your JSP with the bin. Okay, in order to do that, yes, you need the scriptlet. You need expression, you need declaration, right? You need scriptlet. Okay, do I answer you? For JavaScript, you can do like drop down menu. Yes, the fancy thing. You can do that by using JavaScript. Any other question? Good. You can ask any question by typing on that. Okay. No question? Good. Okay. Next. Okay. So next, as a conclusion, again, conclusion. This chapter, the main thing that you need to know is how to make JSP expression, right? Expression. There are so many ways to do expression. This one, to display the hello, you can do by expression, right? Instead of out.print. Okay. This one scriptlet, right? You can do loop inside the scriptlet, Java loop, right? Java loop, which JavaScript cannot do that, right? You can do if else inside this, right? Any complicated thing can do this, but before you need to use any others variable, please make sure you declare, right? For example, this one is declaration. It declare integer cube, integer equal to integer n, and return to n multiply n multiply n. Right? For example, n equal to 2, 2 multiply 2 multiply 2. Right? Then you close this, and this one is expression to display the cube. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, but for more functional of this, you can refer to our ebook, right? And I will try to find a more complicated part of this for our demo, right? For the simple thing to display, thing to do loops, yes, it's not that simple, because in your case study, you need to do, if you have array, you need to use loop, right? Okay, you need to use loop. If you want to make loop in the JSP, then you need scriptlet, right? If you need some expression, yes, you need JSP expression. And of course, before that, you need to declare, right? You need to declare, make some declaration. Okay, any question? Any question? Yes, we come to the end, right? We come to the end. Any question? Can it hold any array? Yes, right? You can declare any array inside, right? To be used, right? Okay, you put in mind, inside this is a common Java code. What Java code can do, all it can do. But you need this tag, right? This tag to put in the JSP, right? Okay, so just put in mind that what you have covered in OOP, most of the thing can be used here, right? Okay, I have reminder. I also have a next class coming. Okay. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? A reminder. Any other question? No. Okay. No good. Yeah. Some of you also going to have a class. So I will dismiss earlier, right? So if you have any question, you can just type on our Google Classroom or discuss in our forum. Okay. Okay. So if you do not have any question, so we end our session by reciting Tasbih Kifarah and Suratul As. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. See you.
So soon you will upload the example of the code, right?
I will let cover later on.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.